Digital Devil Sega. Random Lotto fans who would be modding a real Dreamcast into a Switch-style device with every game ever made before it loaded onto it. I mean, yeah, that does sound really cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah, damn, we're not real.
Yeah.
None of this is real. Everything is computer.
I know. I've been trying to get, like, mod to get, like, PS1 games playing in a VR headset, and that's just, like, really fun and completely unnecessary, because, like, but, like, why not if you can? More screens. It's what the future demands.
You know what else has ghosts? Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell does have ghosts.
Hey, that's a segue. No, but to get back to the ghost thing, the Palmer Eldritch thing, it is interesting the way this sci-fi story about a man who intravenously inserts himself in people through drugs to be present in their brain all the time, master the attention economy. A lot of parallels to the wizard in that sorcery story.
It's Mr. Beast.
He's
come back. He's injecting himself.
I'm curious about that. Is it more like a Musk or a Beast, or an Andreessen or a Beast? Because Beast doesn't seem to care about like the interiority of his subjects. He just kind of wants to like, he's literally sponging them of their like worth. With the emotional kind of.
He's the king who just wants everyone to be his jester.
Right, so it's not so much that he needs the approval and love, which I think is kind of more something like Elon Musk's bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The deep-seated need for
guys, I know the memes.
He knows them all. He's the coolest guy ever. Skeleton.
I've been grinding fairies pretty well, so I don't mind these deaths. It actually resets my health. Yeah, I have 5 lives, 3 death coins. So just a rundown on the economy, because it's going to sound like nonsense. I'm going like, well, I have these gold coins for these fairies, which they give me the death coins, and then there's the keys and the lives. I run out of lives, I have to spend a death coin. I run out of death coins, game perma done forever. We're pretty good on resources right now because we're just pacing it out, we're licking corners. Actually, I've been playing pretty loose and wild while chatting with y'all. It's been a fun time.
Pretty good. Pretty bouncy.
You know what, 3256, we should definitely add that to the syllabus. I'm going to make note of that in the Discord, the Ghost in the Shell game. I'm a huge fan of the first 2 movies. I liked Standalone Complex as a kid on Adult Swim, but I mean, it's not much in my brain right now. I've been meaning to kind of like rewatch it.
Oh, see you later, Tailboy.
See you, Tailboy.
Yeah, we'll jump
Enjoy the game.
Yeah. Ghost in the Shell had a fun PSP game that I used to play. Man, I wanted a PSP so badly. I thought it was so cool. With the little movie discs, too. I had one buddy who had it. It was great.
I had a buddy out of PSP and he didn't use it. So.
What?
Yeah.
It's so cool. Anyway.
He just, I don't think he was kind of a super casual gamer at the time. Like, I don't want to say super casual. He was huge into, like, RPGs. He was really big into Morrowind. But, like...
Gotcha. Yeah.
He just didn't know what games were out there for it, basically.
It's like that thing was such a cool piece of technology.
Yeah, you can do emulation really well on a PSP. I liked the little thumbstick the little thumbstick it had. Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles, another story that feels like a Dunsany story in that you're, on a linear progressive path fighting a great recurring evil.
I love you going through and just desecrating these tombstones. Destroying. MAXIMO got sucked into cryptocurrency crazy and now needs more death coins to not go underwater.
Yeah.
Him and me both, brother. The only way.
I guess I've been farming keys. I've honestly been kind of autopiloting this while rambling, so I'm not making a mental map of like what collectibles from what level I'm grabbing. If you notice, there's a percentage at the end of each level of stuff. Hey, another death coin.
Nice.
Another secret chest. It's pumpy. It's momentum building. Like I brought up Donkey Kong 64 earlier, and I brought up Banjo-Tooie, which. The levels are more maze-like and more about like licking every corner very intentionally. This is like, you're sliding down a funnel and there's coins you can choose to grab. I think that's a nicer design and kind of a better direction for gaming than the collect everything in the sandbox approach.
Yeah.
I do think we see kind of the DNA of both of those approaches in the two big like AAA classes today, like highly linear, Uncharted, Naughty Dog-like adventure, which is this is Capcom doing that, or like just open world slop. I don't want to say open world slop because I do admire the curation going on in like something like Red Dead 2. Elden Ring's like a perfect RPG in my opinion. I just think, I don't know, there's like, I think of like Watch Dogs and like Ubisoft in particular has a house style I think is the antithesis of Capcom's in my brain. I just, no matter how much I want to like an Ubisoft game, there's something kind of like clunky and slow and something weirdly over-managed about its design.
Man, it makes me think of, what game was it? The Mercenaries games? The Ubisoft semi-open world.
Oh yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like floppy. Very clunky,
like
but super
the
fun.
explosive Hitman.
Yeah.
See, Hitman games I want to love more than I do, but they are nice.
I'm excited to try
They are
them.
the nicest of that house's
Yeah.
output, in my opinion.
I never really played a lot of them. I play them at buddies' houses, but like I myself never like seeked out Hitman, though I am excited for the new one because of VR, so I'll give that a shot. It's like it's
I like both Hitman 2s. They're pretty fun.
Donkey Kong 64 was the first game I didn't 100%. My life went downhill from there. You know? I feel that.
No, dude, don't let Donkey Kong 64 have that power over you. It's not your fault. It's just a game. Like, plenty of people have never played Donkey Kong 64 and they lead fulfilling and happy lives. Like,
That's true, man. Donald Trump is president right now. You can do anything. Like,
it is a choose your own adventure sort of era, yeah.
yeah. It's either bleak or it's inspirational, depending on how you choose it.
I hope it inspires people to find their own version of Sacnoth and slay their own grass knack, because there's a lot of wizards out there right now that are forcing artists and laborers to make their reality tangible, and all they can offer is a nightmare. I do not want to fall in that lava.
Yeah, don't touch that lava. The floor's lava.
I do like, though, because I talk about how much it's more of a linear and guided adventure, there's no like hovering waypoints or like arrows on screen going like, hey, go
over
here,
here,
hey, go
do
here.
this.
It's just very clean landscape direction. As I talked about in the Mega Man X episode, I always feel the production design on Capcom stuff and the art direction is very crisp. Because this is an early PlayStation game. Think about, we're going to play Fugitive Hunter at some point. I'll put it that way.
Hell yeah.
And other games that may be considered rough for their time, even with exception and excuse and pause.
Oh man, speaking of old clunky games, I was supposed to mention in chat somebody. Did anyone play the PS1 game Skull Monkeys?
Oh yeah, Jakob was showing me footage of this. We're gonna get a copy of it to play on stream.
I remember playing the shit out of this game, loved it. It was made out of, it was all like claymation animation, even like the models and pictures, like the whole thing was like a side scroller made out of clay. It was really cool.
Just never on my radar as a kid. Although when you showed it to me, I was thinking of both like the Clay Fighter game and like the Oddworld game.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that's a great testament to just like, you can play something when you're a kid and like get really obsessed with something, and it's just nobody knows what it is.
Right? It's a
like,
cousin's game.
Again, Donkey Kong 64. Like, there's people who have like. You don't need to play Donkey Kong 64. You don't need to play any video games, really, to have a successful life. I would argue that they help enhance your understanding of technology and are gateways into other aspects of the humanities that you might not otherwise find.
Oh, Soyboy69 says, oh, so this is TechnoPoverty. Hi, Henry.
What up?
What up?
Soyboy69. 69?
Love it.
Okay.
We love it.
Yeah.
Is he checking his shoes?
He was upgrading. I forget what I bought. Again, I'm very on autopilot while rambling about stuff here.
Yeah, we all.
Yeah, we all are techno-poverty. But thank you for joining us, Soy Boy. We're playing Maximo. We're talking about Lord Dunsany. For Station ID's sake, because it's been a moment, Jakob and I are the duo known as TechnoPoverty. We seek to play video games and talk books, art, and culture with folks.
There's lots of cool stuff and lots of cool ways to digest it, and we like to make it a conversation with you guys because everyone's got different takes on stuff and different things they notice. I want to know what people talk about.
Yeah, you don't just play video games in a void. You have a life, hopefully. I wish everyone out there got the free time to touch grass.
Grass is fun sometimes. Definitely sometimes. My God, man.
Should I go for that heart over there? That's an extra life. Over lethal lava. You know what? We're doing it. I always wondered how double jumps are supposed to work. It's just the magic of video games. The one
Yeah,
you just jump a second time in the air.
a lot of flatulence is what I would usually assume. It was like if it's like a biological thing, you gotta just like be pushing it out from somewhere. And life is too expensive.
Is there a pre-video game route for that? Is there some mythological character or comic book character that's like really good at double jumping?
Yeah, like what inspired it from just
I know Hermes with his air shoes is all kinds of like light steps and speed stuff, a lot of the Flash, but that's not really like a double jump.
Yeah, that's
There's not
right.
specifically like Jump Zone, the double jump man, as far as I know. There's Springfield Jack, but even he just jumped really far.
There's the garbage picking, field goal kicking Philadelphia phenomenon, but it's not really so much a jump as it is his strong legs and kicking. God. Ooh, alright. Not the key.
I'm trying to remember, did they double jump in the 90s Mario Bros. Movie when they had the rocket? They got like the rocket boots with the bullet bill.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I think they just kind of flew around though. I don't know if there was ever a double
just
jump per se.
That would have been fucking funny. It's like, we're gonna double jump now. John Leguizamo. Because that's how he sounds in my head.
And Bob Hoskins, right?
Yeah. The legend.
There is like a director's cut version of that movie where they have like a rap dance bit.
Ooh.
And also just like a huge socialism ramble in the middle of the movie. It's pretty interesting stuff for the 90s.
I mean, that sounds intriguing.
Honestly, it gives the movie a lot more...
like heart?
it's a more courageous endeavor ideologically than the DreamWorks animated Mario movie, let's say that.
Yeah. Dragon Buster, I think, is the first. Not familiar with Dragon Buster, but...
Wait, the first of what?
That was in reference to what we were just checking. The first to double jump? I think it's double jump.
Oh, Dragon Jump, like the game?
Maybe Dragon Buster. Like, okay. Well, potentially.
Ooh, I'll have to look into Dragon Buster then.
Right. What's this? First double jump is an arcade game. Cool. So it's kind of originated somewhere.
Yeah, I know like certain characters in like the Capcom fighting games, especially like the X-Men ones and the Marvel versus ones, do have like double jump and double tap up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Something damn lava.
Patient platforming.
Yeah. The old Tomb Raider games. Fucking 3D platforming. That's right, open the goddamn gates here.
We're getting through here.
Oh yes.
We are raiding graves, we are freeing... Oh no, not ghosts. I think I got cursed by something. Got some kind of status. I'm just gonna chill here and say hi to the chat. Well,
Yeah.
what is going on? Why can't I move?
I think Crouching Tiger Hidden dragon has some historical context, whatever the Chinese is for it. It means stepping on air.
It does bring to mind, like in the Ninja Gaiden games, the way you can jump and then jump off of someone's shoulders, which is always a fun move in video games.
Yeah. Swordboy 69. I was confused about hearing about this channel on the Wisecrack Burns channel. Initially, I thought this was some ARG channel because the YouTube vids were so cryptic. I love how cryptic the vids are.
Yeah, I won't say we're an ARG. We are in a slightly parallel to yours dimension, and that may develop into a bigger through line if we keep at this.
Yeah, man. The more we broadcast, the more our kind of like interdimensions kind of touch each other.
Yeah, this is a bit of a modular project. We are like production nerds in addition to gamers and cinephiles, and we want to have fun with this when we can, and we'd love for it to be able to take up more of our time than less of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, very much so.
I also just am very passionate about books and gaming and kind of the humanities, this intertextual play between things. I don't think there's a lot of, well, there is content out there that I think covers it well, but I think there's more to be said.
Yeah, there's definitely some points that don't get brought up. So.
Would like to shout out, Caldwell Gervais, Tim Rogers, Susie the Sphere Hunter, Maximilian Dude. They're all very great. Justin Wong, CM Punk, these are some of my favorites as far as personalities to follow in the gaming space.
Right.
The Pixel Goblins, which feature some of the aforementioned Wisecrack people as well.
Yeah, we love them. And you love them too.
We love our boy Michael Luxembourg.
Yep. Our big boy. That's right.
But we also like professional wrestling, and all that we just said, are those real people? Are those fictional characters we plan on bringing back issues later?
We'll find out. Or we won't. Who knows?
Who knows?
But we know Maximo. Come on, little buddy.
Nice, nice, nice.
Ooh. Background in film and data science?
I do think, and it hasn't come up too much in this LP, but I will bring up the language of, well, when I talk about video games not being hard, I am speaking to a sort of imagined history of video games that I think really took off around the Gamergate era in terms of video. There's a cultural misperception with that type of nerd as far as like what games were before that point in time and after, and I just don't like that. I also think ever since the 7th-ish gen with the Xbox 360, there's been kind of an Americentric kind of consideration of gaming history that doesn't look at stuff from the 80s and 90s as much as it should in terms of what the form is doing.
Yeah. Have they really introduced anything other than these skeleton boys, or is it just these skeleton boys?
It's pretty much just these skeleton boys since I've been in this first Graveyard Land. There's like the big axe one, there's the regular yellow shorts one, there's the little red one.
Okay.
There's a lot of lava.
Like variety. They really like the lava.
They do. I like the lava.
Hey, that's great. It's great lava. Senor green shorts axe man. Right back to the boxers.
Yeah, I've been getting hit a lot.
It's another thing I want to figure out there is like who started the hard boxers? Like why is that the staple?
I don't want to say Tex Avery, but
Alright,
the general like Looney Tunes, like you're on something. Was it Tom and Jerry or was it like Elmer Fudd? I want to say it was either like Elmer Fudd or for some reason I would say Sylvester the Cat was in Boxers at some point.
Oh yeah, that definitely sounds familiar. Oh damn, the 3256 used to cover E3 yearly for Canadian tech journalists site as a camera operator and video editor.
Hell yeah.
Dude, R.I.P. E3. Used to love that growing up. It's a great time. That was like the dream. And now it's nothing. But thank you for your service.
Yes.
We salute the people who really do work in this country.
Tip your pizza drivers extra hard, please.
Yeah, they really.